Out with the old and in with the new. Got the old plug here. I've been and got a new one. Now I couldn't find a champion one anywhere. I don't like champion anyway, so I'm glad we couldn't get a champion one. But I'm not a big fan of it, NGK either, to tell you the truth. I'm a bit of a Denso person. I like Denso, but there we go. So this is the equivalent one. It's supposed to be the same heat and everything. Didn't look at it in detail, but nevertheless, it's supposed to be the same heat and all this rubbish. It's the same size, that's for sure. So let's stick it in. Not that we can have a look at it. What's going on here, then? Let's stick it in the old hole there and have a look. I'm gonna have to. Oh, hold on a minute before I put it in there. Let me get my pliers out and take off the end of it. There we go, that's that off. Yes, needed to take that off, otherwise it wouldn't work particularly well, would it? Switch the old ratchet over. Now when you first put a new plug in, but you need to squash that washer. You need to make sure it's got a nice seal. So you got to do it up nice and tight. You'll feel it. It'll go really tight, and that's when you want to stop. Because otherwise you'll just strip out them threads, and then you'll be in a bit of trouble. Now this, oh, hello, what's going on here? This little rubber thing was over the top of the old plug, so I'm going to put it over the top of the new one because that's obviously supposed to be there for a reason. I don't come across those very often. So now we've got the new plug in. Let's give it a start up and see if it's any better. Hopefully we're going to have a bit of a tick over now and it'll run a bit better, I hope. It runs a bit better than it did. Get my screwdriver. There we go. But now we can give it a... Let's see what's happened here. Why haven't we got a tick over or nothing? Turn that there like that. Still a little bit temperamental, isn't it, eh? I think we're about to fix that. Still leaking a bit too much for my liking. It's coming out there a bit. There's a lot of petrol coming out of there, isn't there, eh? What's that all about then? I don't think I like that very much. There's obviously something wrong with the float on the carb, isn't there? We've obviously got something a little bit, although I've had the carb apart a couple of times. I've had it apart a couple of times, I've had a look about in it, I've cleaned it all, I've done everything. We're still getting a lot of fuel coming out the overflow. You can see that puddle has come out of there. That's what's just happened. I don't know whether you could see the angle that you were at a minute ago. For some reason it's still doing that, so that leads me to believe... Can't I do that with that screwdriver? That leads me to believe that there's a little valve, there's a little needle valve that the float is attached to, that leads me to believe that that's at fault. So I had a look on the internet, and new carbs for this bike are about 20 quid. So I need to contact that friend of mine and see if he'd rather get a new carb, or if he'd rather me try to fix it up and get it going. I don't know yet. I'll have to have a look later on.